Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy, so keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work.
You can't have that cookie, Elmo. Rocco wants to eat it.
I have tried to be your friend, but you will not listen to me. So you invited this monster to make me kill somebody.
Woo! While they sleep, we work. While they sleep, we work.
Nosfero, does this word not sound like the death bird culling the living dead at dawn? It is the name both ghouls and demons dare not say, for they know it means death for the undead.
Good morning, come on in. Coffee's good, fresh and hot. There's a waffle in the baker on the grill. We're making bacon. You're always welcome back.
Charge!
There's a fire beneath my skin. There's a fever that makes me ill. Gotta love, a love that kills. I got 24 hours to live. Come back. I'm down on my knees. Come back. I'm begging you, please.
What is up, you beautiful and amazing people? What the heck is even going on here, guys? So, yeah, a crazy night. The other night, I was up at 4 working on Nosfero, and I was just going to bed, and I checked my email because I was just making sure everything was sorted. I just emailed Phil Diaz the scan for CG Vacation. And lo and behold, in my email, it said, "Congratulations" from YouTube. And I was like, all right, what's that about? That's kind of weird. And it said, "You have been approved for monetization." And here we are. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Like I was just on Gabe's show earlier, the show that Gabe and I do on his channel. Oddly, I'm still not used to that, but it's so cool. It's such a great thing. And we were talking about gratitude. We were talking about how much we love Comicsgate and how much we love being independent creators and how we do that because you guys have our backs. You know, literally, you guys are our backers and you guys are here. And getting to 1,000 subscribers was huge. But the reason why that translated so quickly into being reviewed is because of how many hours you guys have been spending with me watching these videos, and I can't thank you enough. And so thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And let's see who we've got here in the comment section. And I know I was already looking at it and I'm like, oh my goodness. So first up, we've got Lloyd Burton. How are you doing, Lloyd? Absolutely. Great to see you, man. As you can tell, I'm at a loss for words. Jeremy Burtz, my goodness. Jeremy Burtz, my first super chat ever on the first stream I've done since monetization. Jeremy Burtz, thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. Congratulations and for the super chat. I appreciate it, brother. You've been here. All of you guys have been here from the start of this whole thing. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for that. And yeah, thank you. I beat myself to it there. Jeremy are the first to give Sean the Sean super chats. Yeah, absolutely. I knew what you were saying, Lloyd. Don't worry, I knew what you were saying. And then of course, Stephen Rockwood Drawing, my artist brother, my maestro of the pen and ink, of the nib and brush. It's great to see you here, my friend. And thank you for the super chat and thank you for the kind words. Well earned, Sean, to make that money. Listen. That's what we're in here to do, guys. We're here to show people that you can treat your audience and your customers with respect as a business strategy. It may sound shocking, it may be hard to imagine for some, but it also makes you feel good about life. Getting to know the people that you're making your work for and being inspired by them. It is a real blessing, and thank you for that, my friend. Yeah, I'll beat myself to it. Jordan Horst, hey yo, good to see you, my friend. Glad to have you here. Lord Ravener, oh my goodness. Yeah, my dog stepped on a bee. Oh no. Oh my gosh, Lord Ravener, and thank you for the super chat, but I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I have a scar from a wasp sting on my wrist that hurt like heck when we had an old Volare station wagon, had a wasp nest in the back. And I know that pain. I hate that pain, and I'm so sorry. What kind of dog is it? That's awful. Like it's this poor little thing, Sweet Paw, stepped down on a bee. And thank you for the super chat, man. Yeah, look at this. Celebrate good times. Absolutely right. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. And you know what's so funny? I didn't even read that before I played it, but I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about how much you and I both love that video, guys. And it's true, man. Those words are just, they're so great. And I always think about them. I used to think about them whenever I went in to teach. I think about it whenever I go to the board and whenever I go to stream. They're always in my head. And I just think they're the kinds of words that inspire you and move you forward, as opposed to the ones that take away your hope, and that's what it's about is hope. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thank you, Eric Grant. I appreciate it. Tip of the hat, my friend. It's unbelievable. I'm still, as you can tell, in shock. I mean, it's just now, it's not even 24 hours old. I found out, I found out at 4, but it happened at 1:40 a.m., which is wild. Yeah, thanks everyone from me, of course. Who will be the first super chat? I think we have our answer there. Jeremy Burtz, it's crazy. You guys are amazing. Yeah, absolutely. The first chat on this channel. That's right. Absolutely, Jeremy Burtz. You're the first. Teflon Ron, hail to everybody and hail the chat. Big Boy Robo is here. It's great to see you. Teflon Ron saying hello. Stephen Rockwood, thanks, Sean. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being here, brother. Jeremy Burtz is saying hello. Teflon Ron, cookies indeed, and waffles. We must have waffles forthwith. Everybody's saying hello. Yes, Jonathan Jetty is working on a beautifully painted comic book called Nosfero. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Join the bloodletting. Clint Stoker's Dracula. Oh my gosh, guys. Tomorrow he is dropping. If you're not subscribed to Clint Stoker's channel, Sweetcast, he is dropping a video. I did a jingle for him for fun on a weekend. It was great because I found out about the dirty soda drinking in Utah. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's basically just mixing up a bunch of different kinds of sodas and things and drinking them because they don't do as much alcohol there. And I wrote him a jingle for Dirty Soda and comics, and it was hilarious. It's awful singing. I did my best, but it's really funny. It's in the range of Michael Boy, but he's dropping the video with the jingle in it tomorrow, so it's hilarious. And if you want to see Clint's face when he drinks this dirty soda concoction he makes, it is absolutely hilarious. He just looks like he drank turpentine, man. It's rough. Yeah, I hope they'll be painting in the stream. Yeah, there will be. Don't you worry. There absolutely will be. Let's see here. Oh, whoops. Hold on a second here. Where are we? Oh my gosh, it just jumped so much. Let's see here. Oh wow, it really jumped. Where am I? Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Oh, there we go. Joe Wapner. It's great to see you here, Joe Wapner. Stephen Rockwood sends super chats. Keep Jonathan off the pole. Listen, what if I want to be on the poll? That's the question. You know, hail to you, Teflon Ron. American Comics Company, you're always in good company with American Comics Company. Hail my chat, indeed, hail. Bretsky the Great, salute chat, salute Sean. Thank you, Bretsky the Great. I salute you. Mike Ray's here. Great to see you. Hello again, Sean and chat. Hello to you, Mike Ray. Great to see you. Oh my gosh, Paul Ogg, thank you so much. Congrats and can't wait for this comic book. I cannot wait for you to get this comic book. And thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. Thank you, thank you. Mike, have this on the background, but it's up to everyone. Have this on in the background, but it's up to everyone. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. Let's see here. Hail chat, Astro Zombie. It's great to see you, my friend. And thank you for, by the way, kicking us over the to 10K over on Clint Stoker's campaign, Dracula, which just launched today. It's already 5 figures in the first, essentially 24 weeks. It's just amazing. Hail Joe Watner, hail Jimmy Bird, Skip Edwards Art. Oh my gosh, great to see you. And thank you, my friend, for the super chat. That's awesome. And I appreciate it. Congrats, Sean. Thank you so much, man. You guys are the best. The Art and Times of Jay Ryan. Congrats, Sean. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Seriously, Art and Times of Jay Ryan. I was having so much fun with you. Whatever stream we're on across this wild YouTube, it's always great to see all of you guys in the chat. It's great to see you, man. Lord Crackhead 33, my brother. Jeremy, we got to get you there, guys. If anybody in here is not subscribed to Jeremy's channel, please do. We are so close. I do check on my friends' YouTube channels to see how they're doing. I think we're in the late 920s or 930s. You'll have to let me know, but I am keeping track because I'm dying for you to get to 1,000 and get yourself monetized. Bretsky the Great, Jeremy Burt's first with everything. There you go. Oh my gosh, Nolan Lockhart, thank you so much. My gosh, $9.99 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Hail Sean's longtime lurker, first time chatter. Oh my gosh, that means a lot to me, man. I appreciate that. Just wanted to say I love you. Oh wow. All right, I'm working on it. Just want to say I love your work, your humor, and your insight. Thank you, Nolan. I appreciate that so much. I'm working on the reading compliments thing. I appreciate it so much. Teflon Ron, hail at Skip Edwards Art. Excellent. Oh my gosh, Mel P. Melanie B. Hail Shop, hail Comics Gate. Australian $7.99. Thank you, Mel. I bow to you. Thank you. One of my favorite original art owners in the world, and I couldn't be prouder to have my work up on your wall. Thank you for your kind words and your support of my work. I appreciate it, Mel B. The great Mel B. Hail Mel B. Absolutely. Bretsky the Great. Make a thingy so I can join your channel. There you go. Let's see here. Oh yes, I will. I have to do that. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm learning it all as we go. Hail Astro Zombie. Hail Lord Crackhead 33. Everybody's saying, hey, Skip Edwards. Hey, Jeremy. Hi, everyone. Driving. Be careful, please, Mel. Lord Ravener Shelf doesn't get it. Oh, gosh. What did I not get? There's always something I'm not going to get. Where is it? Oh, yes. I'm confused. I'm sorry. I have no idea what's even happening anymore. There you go. Yeah, it's an Amber Herder. There you go. He doesn't know. Let's see here. This is something you'll have to get used to, seeing Sean's super chats. I know. I am really trying to get used to it. Hail at Teflon Ron. Jeremy, there's my brother. Hail, Sean. Hail to you, brother. Thank you, man. Oh, my gosh. I appreciate that so much. It's a turdism. Okay, I'm getting it, Jordan Horst. I'm learning. Love your positive energy, Sean. Thank you, Eric Grant. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the super chat. Congrats on getting monetized. I really am blown away. That's right. Yeah. Shh. On and Jet. You got it, Billy Vasco. Thanks, brother. And it's great to see someone. I've got to start using that. That would help people so much. And thank you, Eric Grant, for the super chat. Oh, wow. Jumped again. Hang on. Where am I? Okay. Let's see here. There's Billy, then Teflon Ron. I didn't know whose channel I was on at first, seeing all these super chats, nor did I. This is so new to me, guys. This is my first stream with super chats. Yeah, that jingles. I had a great time doing that. Yes, hail to you, Arthur Line. Good to see you. I had a great time doing that jingle because, listen, guys, I've been in Comicsgate behind the scenes for a long time, doing videos for Ethan. If you go back and look at my Instagram, you can see I did my first bit of Comicsgate fan art in 2018 on Instagram under my name, where everybody could see it, because that's how I roll. And I don't like seeing people, like great people and really good human beings and charitable human beings like Ethan, and people who are ride or die like John Malin and your boy Zach getting, thrown under the bus. I'm not a fan of that. And one of the things about it is that, and the same thing goes, with Clint Stoker, And when you see these guys who are old G Comicsgate, you go through all these different phases of your channels and everything like that. And trying to, in a lot of ways, it's great because it helps you figure out what you're about streaming wise. And I really think that with these Dirty Soda videos and Talking Comics, and even Clint's wife is in the new one. And he was saying, I had so much fun having my wife in the stream, and here she's just talking in the background while they're doing this. You kind of find your footing, and I've still got a long way to go. And there's a lot of stuff I want to do, and I feel like I'm learning so much as a part of it. So it's always fun to help people, with their channels. I've been doing it since the very beginning, and I do love it. Hail, everybody's saying hail Arthur Line, Astro Zombie, hail, pancakes and waffles and pancakes. Absolutely right. Eric Grant, hey, everybody's saying hi. Hey, what's up, Ilda? Good to see you. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Eric Grant saying hello. Teflon Ron. I need to see what this book is under Youngblood. Oh, I'll show it to you guys. It's a great book. And this is the Youngblood book colored by Matt Yackey that we've been talking about like crazy on this stream and others. It's really good. Just got it. Always, brother. Always great to see you, man. To Eric Grant and Arthur Line. Yeah, this is good stuff. Thank you, everyone. Oh, wow. Just jumped again. Teflon Ron, the great Mel B, artist of the Lucent. That's right. Hail, Melanie B. Hey, Mel B. Oh, my goodness. Michael Bancroft, $5 Australian. Thank you so much. This is like, in many ways, Michael to me is Michael has done so much for me. He's done so much for Comicsgate. I always say he's the MVP of Comicsgate this year for everything he's done, but he's also someone that I have so many staggering things in common with. It just defies belief. And one of my really just good friends, I would trust that guy with my last dollar. He's just such a good dude. There you go, Michael. Thank you for the super chat. I'm supposed to read it right. Congrats, my man. For me, watching your show is like looking in a brown mirror. My son said the same thing. He goes, my son looked at Michael the first time he saw Michael, and he goes, he kind of looks like a white you. I just went, what? Oh my Lord. It was, it was something. I think something offensive happened there. I think it was more offensive to Michael. I think Michael's got me beat on that stuff. So let's see here. Let's see here. Michael, yes. Michael Bancroft. Everybody saying hello. Brown on the inside, right, Mike? That's right. Michael Bancroft, inside and out when it comes to Sean. There you go. Yeah. Let's see here. Teflon Ron. Tonight's a celebration of Sean. Congratulations, Sean. Yeah, it's like a torture session. Hail, Ryan Johnson. It's great to see you. Lord Crackhead 33, of course. Back Clint Stoker's Dracula, KSSS. It's great to see you, man. Hail, Ryan Johnson. Yes, the Lucent 2. Sign up for the Lucent 2. Painted Death, Teflon Run. Let's see here. Congratulations on monetization, Jonathan Jetty Art, and happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, KSSS. I was going to get a card in the mail, but you know how it is with things. They get crazy sometimes, but Ryan Johnson saying again, hello to everybody. You're killing it, Sean. You've got a great book. People are dying to read and have created something special here with the Waffle Lodge. Really happy for you, man. Jeremy, listen, you know this. We're going to get some hang time in because you live in the area, and we're going to have a great time, man. And I feel like, you're another one of those people to where it's like, if it wasn't for your channel and putting stuff out there and all the great work you're doing on your show, I don't think half the people who know about the book would know about it. Bancroft hasn't done much for me, says Skip Edwards Art. Ryan Johnson, Bancroft, the White Sean. Oh, my Lord. What has Bancroft done for me lately, says the Art and Times of James Ryan. White. Oh, Michael, you're killing me, man. Bancroft needs to make a CG Wizard-like magazine. Oh, interesting, yeah. I mean, I feel like he's done everything else at this point. It's wild. Hail to everybody, says Arthur Line, Michael Bancroft, Teflon Ron, because I'm not busy enough already. I understand, Shop. I got yesterday's birthday card. There you go. Excellent. That's all that matters. Art and Time saying hello. Stephen Rockwood. Yes, Lord Crackhead's YouTube channel. Please subscribe. All right. Excellent, guys. So I'm gonna try to take a break from looking at the chat for a second, just so I can show you guys what we're working on. But for the person who asked about this book, dare I say, and I know who you are, This is the Youngblood book by Matt Yackey. Underneath this book, and there are many a thing underneath this book, is Mort Kunstler's The Godfather of Pulp Fiction Illustrators. And this right here, this is the kind of stuff that drives so much of what I do, particularly when I'm doing these pinups for the comic skaters who are commissioning me for pinups. And this right here, these books are affordable. You can get them on Amazon, and they show what we were capable of as far as artists go and as far as pulp goes. And these are beautiful. This is what I aspire to. In fact, for those of you guys who've seen the piece, and he's going to have it up on the campaign when the campaign launches. Hey, Rob, great to see you, man. This painting right here of the shark and the underwater scene really influenced me in how I was thinking about that piece that I'm working on, because I think it's beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, couldn't have planned that any better. And this is the thing for me, is I look at what these artists were able to do with pulp, with adventure, and it always blows me away what they were able to do. I mean, look at that tiger and how great all that stuff is. And look at the soldier there, and then seeing how they put everything together, all of the dangerous missions that people were sent on in these adventure magazines, you're really risking life and limb at all times. You never know what's going to happen. You got a pretty good idea what's going to happen in these stories. But this is the stuff that I live for, as far as art is concerned. I mean, it's just all of the action, all of the drama that you can imagine. And by the way, when they painted from reference, they painted from reference. Look at how great that stuff is, and agreed, Rob. But as good as that stuff is, and there is so much great stuff in these books. Look at the dynamics of that painting right there. I mean, that's just awesome. But there's so much great stuff in these books. And one of the things I love about this is Pollen's Women. So this is just this one pulp artist's pinups. Let's see if we can get that to work. There we go. It's a little better. Hold on a second here. I'm going to switch this up just for a second because I want to make sure. Where is it? Here it is. I want to switch up to just the desk cam just for a minute because I want to show you guys this stuff. So this, I forgot about the cover being so large. This book right here, this is the hardcover. This book right here is all of the pulp illustrations of women that were done by Pollen. And the thing about his stuff is, you guys have probably all seen it before, but the attention to backgrounds, and right there we go. The attention to backgrounds, the attention to, look at these movie posters, Slave of the Cannibal God here, which is, these things happen, guys. This is true to life. This is not made up. But these are just his kind of pulp noir women and his pencil drawings. And if you've ever tried to master drawing the female figure, it is one of the most difficult things in the world, because when you try to draw a monster, you try to draw a creature, it's always going to go a lot easier than if you try to draw a human figure. And that's the real, I know you guys know this, but this is what Rob Arnold's baths are like every morning. This is Rob living his best life. And so these pulp books are what inspire what I do. So now that we've gotten some of that out of the way, let's take a look at what we're here to do. So this is a new page that I'm working on right now. And this page right here, and let me see if I can get that sorted. Let's go to the 2-cam setup. There we go. This right here is a new page that I'm working on. And the whole plan for this page is, I got to move myself to the other side because that's how this piece is going to go. I always work on these pages the way I do based on, what the content of the page is. So sometimes I have a page that's, where to work on it, I'm going to have it off on this angle right here, as opposed to, some other position on it. So this is what it looks like. This is about as detailed as I get. There we go, with my pencils when I'm working. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to work into this. And this is one of those images where, let me see if I have the layout here, because I think I do. There's the one I did, the sketch I did of Rob's character. So it's not with that one. And then let me see here. Gonna move that. Okay, here we go. So here's the layout page. The layout page is pretty simple breakdown. I've got the silhouette, a huge silhouette of the werewolf that's making a panel, and the dark silhouette inside the werewolf is going to be, within this is going to be a nighttime scene. So inside the silhouette is going to be another panel, sort of a nighttime scene over Egypt with a boat sailing away, and then you're going to see the pyramids in the background. And on this side is going to be another panel where that silhouette is, and then you're going to see Laurel right there cropped in that frame. And then the werewolf is going to be standing here telling the story to Laurel, and that's going to be that panel right there. Oh my gosh, Rob, thank you. Rob with, why would I send Sean the super chat? There you go, man. You're amazing, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I absolutely appreciate it. You guys are the best. You guys know how to make somebody feel inspired. It's been a crazy, crazy day, and it's always great to be here with you guys at the Waffle Lodge. It really is, the name of this show and this channel and everything about this stuff is inspired by me youth, as they say, is inspired by growing up and dreaming of, getting out of a small town, in terms of, if not, just physically getting out of a small town, but getting out of, a place where, a lot of people don't dream about going off and doing this stuff. And rightfully so. It's incredibly difficult. It's like dreaming of being, in any profession that's difficult. And then, all you've got are your friends and your sketchbook and the time that you have to work. And that's how we, it starts. And to see, where it's gone from there, I still want to always nod to those early years, So here you guys go. So we've got a werewolf here, and we're going to start to rough in that silhouette. And a lot of the energy that comes into the work has to start, and you see Ethan do this, and I certainly don't want to compare myself to that to that work. That work is amazing. But you see Ethan do this a lot, and they do look like scribble lines, and I understand that aspect of it. But the bigger aspect of it is that they're kind of they're both sketch lines, but they're also energy lines to remind you what the energy of the piece is going to be and like where this is going to go. And that's the real trick, to it is I used to do very, very strict layouts, which was important. It was an important part of the learning process for me. And then what I sort of realized is that my work was stiff. So I started out trying to do very loose stuff and being inspired by essentially just copying, Todd McFarlane crazy layouts, which funny enough, I've come back to. Then I got obsessed with the grid and making sure that I had these standard grid panel layouts. And it was really great for me to learn storytelling, learn about the 180-degree rule with cameras and things like that. But it just killed the energy in the stuff. And the thing that I've started to finally understand, after doing this stuff for so long, has been that you've got to, you got to learn those rules, and then slowly you got to figure out how to bring that entertainment value into it, and how to bring that sense of play and that sense of joy to bear on this stuff. And that's the big thing. And it's sorry, I just saw that cracked me up. Oh my gosh. Hey, good evening, Jay Lee. It's great to see you, my friend. Yeah. I want to see Ethan do layouts and Sean paint over them. I will tell you this, his layouts are so loose, they're like mine, It's like, we have a similar layout process. I'll tell you somebody I think it would be fun to work over one of their layouts too as well. Hey, what's up, Puerto? Good to see you. And howdy to you. Is Narwhal's stuff, because Narwhal does some crazy tight layouts, Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that is so fun about it, I can't even. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Oh my goodness. It's great to see you, John. And yeah, you guys are the best. You guys are awesome. And so, for me, it's the crazy thing about it is I try to explain because I'll talk to my wife about it, and she'll go like, why are you struggling on a layout? If I'm like, telling her, I'm like, I'm struggling on a layout. She's like, what's the problem? And I said, I was like, it's like Orson Welles in the Frozen Peas commercial. I just don't see it. I can't force it. I have to kind of know. It's both story, it's art, it's painting, because with my books, I want it to be readable, but I also want it to be, like flipping through my art books. It's something that puts a smile on your face because you're seeing, very beautiful and inspiring work. That's the goal with this book. And there's no way to, unfortunately I do my layouts. I don't work on my layouts as I go. I have the story in my head. And then what I do is I basically do the layouts when I have an answer for them. And I get punished pretty bad if I try to force it. Oh my gosh, guys are wild, man. Let's see here. Okay, so I've just got from Big Boy Robo. I have just got, is that pesos? I think it is 125 Filipino pesos. Is that what it is? Let's see. Hail Sean, congratulations on getting to ride on the monetization train. Thank you so much, Big Boy Robo. Let me know if I got that right, because I feel like we looked that up the other day. And I'd love to know. Sark, great to see you, my friend. Yeah, look at you guys. I hope I don't miss anything. Let me know if I missed something, because the chat is just jumping today. Absolutely jumping. Yes, you got it, Sean. Yeah, so my two of my groomsmen, one of my groomsmen's parents were from the Philippines, and then what do you call it? My other groomsman grew up in the Philippines and still has all his family there. So I'm pretty familiar with it. Although I will tell you this, none of these folks have ever taken me out when I've been visiting them on the West Coast for to get traditional food of the Philippines, which drives me nuts, because they keep telling me it's everything I love. It's like it's all like meat and of course where my brother Arvin grew up, it's seafood, and I mean just it sounds so delicious, and not so delicious as in the soda place that Clint Stoker went to, which is also fascinating. But yeah, absolutely. Let's see if I can get this to work here. There we go. And so we're roughing this in. And at this stage, what's cool about this process for me and what makes it enjoyable is that nothing is carved in stone at this point. It's more about the energy. So I can be pretty, when I rough this stuff in, it's not like it has to be incredibly specific, and it's not like I'm trying to render this thing out at this point. I'm just trying to get the energy and the overall mood into the painting, and that's really the big thing about it. Jerry Burtz is saying, "Hail Shadowhawk Talks. Did you buy your groomsmen?" Yeah, actually, and they bought me to return the favor. Yeah. When you visit the Philippines, expect a fiesta in your name. Oh, I'd love to have one. I will tell you this. There was this video or commercial they did. I forget what the beer was. I forget which beer it was, but it was a video that Manny Pacquiao filmed with Eric El Terrible Morales. Hey, what's up? Metal Movies and Brewskis. Great to see you. And he went there, and they were in this restaurant, and Boo Boy was there, and Freddie Roach was there, and then Eric comes in, and it's kind of like, oh, it's a big deal. And then they share beer and have a meal. But the news media followed Eric around on his trip, and with his family and with his wife, and taking in the sights and going to a lot of the vacation spots there, and the Pacquiao family was there. And it was just great. It was great to see those guys, bury the hatchet. But man, the food looked absolutely incredible. I don't mind saying. And this is going to be this page right here. Oops, I better adjust my camera. I just realized I'm off camera. This page, it was Tecate. That's right, it was Tecate. I thought it was Tecate. It seemed odd to think about, the Mexican beer ad, but I guess that was what they wanted to do. But it was great. Yeah, man, it was a really great commercial, man. Really great commercial. I'm getting a real Thundercats feel here. Let me tell you this: one of my favorite YouTubers, horror monster movie collectibles, and man, if you haven't seen his collection and you like horror movies, check his video out of his collection tour. It is amazing. I'm a big fan of his channel. He inspires me a lot, and because he shares his collection, it's really cool. I told him, I go, everything from the smallest horror collectible that he just likes to really expensive cool stuff. I could not imagine affording or even housing this stuff, but I'm so glad he can, because he shares that stuff. And speaking of monetization, one of the things that's kind of cool about this dude is his personal thing is he doesn't want to monetize his channel because he just wants to share the hobby. And I found out recently he did a review of the Super 7 Mumra figure, and he talked about how he had this love of Thundercats, and he really liked the character of Mumra because it was like the mummy. And I hadn't thought about that because my main villain is a Nosferatu crossed with a mummy. And I was just thinking, wow, that's, because I watched Thundercats as a kid. I start really thinking like, wow, does everything that you see when you're a kid filter into your work? I don't know. It's wild, Stephen Rockwood, Sean. Oh man, my glasses just almost fell off. Sean, I bet if you added a layout scan to the campaign, you'd probably get to 400 backers tonight. That's true. That's a possibility. Dying Days of YouTube. What is up? And that Nosfero video, everyone in my family loves that video, man. I cannot tell you how much. And I have to tell you this. So Dying Days of YouTube. Here's one of my many hopes. And I feel like we should all start lobbying for this just because Ethan needs to be annoyed by one more thing. I want to see, if he hasn't commissioned you to do this yet, he really should. I think Ethan should commission you to do a Cyberfrog action figure commercial because I think you would kill it. I think you would hit it out of the park, man. No doubt in my mind. John saying, hello, Horror Monster Collectibles. There's the link right on, Jeremy. Yeah, it's such a great channel, guys. You guys love this dude. He's super cool. Devil Flyer Momentum, great to see you. Tip of the hat. Hey to you. Big Boy Robo, Shanth, is he willing to loan them out for reference for you? Well, what's cool is he does rotations and turns on them. So I've paused his videos. Like right now, and I should be doing this, I've got my my NECA American Werewolf. And so I use this for reference all the time because this this character, my werewolf, Greylock, is really influenced by the designs of American Werewolf. Ooh, and actually it works really well to prop up my board. Let me just move it over here. Just realized I could use that to angle my board a little easier when I'm not using it. So right now what I'm going to do, this is where I'm going into Bob Ross mode, guys. Right now what I'm going to do, there's that color I was looking for before I started filming. It's the blue that I wanted to be using, and there it is. All right, so that'll make things a little bit easier. I'm going to use a little bit of manganese blue and a little bit of white. There you go. There's your Bob Ross for the moment here. Yeah, John, I've been lurking for a bit. Shanth, he's one to learn reference. Say what's up. Oh my God, it just jumped again. Metal Movies and Brewskis. Everybody's saying hello, 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 hello. Congrats. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. And thank you. Well deserved. I really do appreciate it. And you guys are amazing. Let's see here. Hey, Jeremy, everybody's saying hello. Anyone not hiring Dying Days is at a severe disadvantage in the trailer game. Seriously, you guys know I love video. I love editing. It's a passion of mine. Nobody comes close to Dying Days of YouTube for doing this stuff. Nobody. There's so much skill in that video. I don't even have the brains to articulate it, but it's great stuff, Great stuff. Hello, John. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to go. That's exactly what I know you would do, and that's the perfect way to come at it. And if anybody out there is pondering, making that suggestion, Ethan, I'll do it. I'll suggest it. It should be done. It absolutely should be done. Let's see. Hello, Blue. Let me guess, you're going to beat the devil out of the brush. Yeah, I just love that. I'm going to take the brush over here and beat the devil out of it. there you go. Lord Crackhead 33. Everybody's saying hello. That's funny. You use American Werewolf as reference. I'm using the werewolves from The Howling. Listen, I love The Howling. I love The Howling, Jaylee. I love those werewolves. And I will say there's a little bit of them in it because my werewolf is bipedal, but he's that cross, right, of the 80s werewolves where they were bipedal and they were did not get my PO box yet. I'm going to do it, I promise. But it's one of those things where I like the 80s werewolves. I love the way that they could be bipedal, and I love the way that they could be also, run on all fours, because there's something really, really creepy about it. But then I'm a werewolf fan. Like, to me, the thing about Comicsgate was funny was imagine being a kid who loves Halloween and loves werewolves and finds a comic book movement where everybody is referencing werewolves in their book and H.P. Lovecraft. I was like, oh, I'm home. This is nice. I don't know where everybody has been my whole life, but I am glad that you're here now, because that's the stuff that I love. That's the stuff that excites me about artwork. I love beautiful, European comic books. I love, American comics from the 90s. I love, like, there's so many things. I definitely don't have a short list of the kinds of work and the kinds of things that I'm passionate about. I love a lot of different kinds of work, but you don't see a lot of werewolves and horror influenced comics. And that's the stuff I love, man. It's the coolest thing. Let me see here. Where are we? Oh my gosh. He got much glee from beating the devil out of the brushes. Makes me laugh. He did. He absolutely did. You could feel his joy when he was working. Bob Ross was the man. Yeah, we're saying hello. Yep. Hello. Having a stress-free night like I am. That's right. I hope you're having a stress-free night. Right on. John, I'm your werewolf man. Stop me when I'm passing by. Absolutely. I like the pug. There you go. Oh my gosh. Thank you, D-Wag. I appreciate it. Here's a little something for you busters. Hashtag Crack Pack, $2. Right on, D-Wag. And hail to you, my friend. Thank you for everything you do. Hail Dying Days of YouTube. No joke. Your trailers are some, on some of the projects got me peaked funding the book. You're absolutely right. If I remember correctly, you did the one for Roach Balls. Yes, he did. It's the stuff, man. It's the business. And hail to you, my friend. Yeah. Let's see here. Sean, I'll have the chicken and waffle sandwich. Always, Mighty Geek Studios. We have one and we're cooking up for you right now. No doubt. But yeah, so what I'm going to be using right now is I'm going to use a dioxazine purple. What you notice when I'm doing underpaintings, and it's just preference, is I like to use only cool colors when I'm starting out. There is no specific reason for that. I mean, it will affect the entire painting, but I know people who like to use like a burnt umber or a red underpainting. It will affect the color, but this is just my natural preference. If you've seen my work, you know that this kind of color blue, which is kind of like a Parrish blue. Maxfield Parrish did all his underpaintings with blue, is my favorite. It's like my go-to of what I like to use. And so I gradually start working in with a purple right here. Let me see if I can adjust that just a little bit there. There we go. But I like to start working in with the purple because it instantly starts to build that value hierarchy that I'm going to need to get to if I want to transition from this outer edge of drawing of, a more rendered image, and then gradually move that into the kind of darkness of night that's going to make for that transition into the night sky in Egypt. And that's what Nosfero is about. It's every panel. I remember someone telling me this, and my mentor telling me this, and it really affected the way I think about things, and it affected the way I illustrate. He said, if you want to make action scenes go faster, show less detail, because detail slows down the eye. So when you're reading a book, if it's not very detailed, you're going to read it at a different pace than you would if it was more detailed, or if there wasn't more to look at. And so that works really well for action scenes if you want to speed them up. Now, when I'm painting and I'm doing my books, I love there to be details, because it's going to make however many pages I'm doing feel like a lot more, because I'm putting that detail in so that it really slows your roll, no pun intended, and it slows your read. And you're going to find yourself kind of being able to, like, my goal with this panel right here is to take you to Egypt for this panel. I want you to see this panel and remember those old illustrations or engravings that showed the pyramids back in the day, when people were trying to show what they were seeing without the benefit of the camera, because they want to show it in full color. And I have a whole book of those Egypt sketches from that era. And that's what I want to reference. And that's what inspired all the mummy movies and all of that stuff from pop culture, is our absolute obsession with Egypt. Oh, wow. Let's see this is going quick here. Yep. There's a link to Nosfero. Sean, it was a reference to Ice Cream Man by Van Halen. I got you. Let's see here. Cool colors for cool guy. Thank you, Stephen Rockwood drawing. I appreciate it. Hail Darren Wagner. Everybody's saying absolutely hello, hello, hello. Bob Ross says, get right back, get right and back Shanthan Jetty. That's right. Bob Ross had, oh, excellent. Purple. Yeah, I love purple. Purple is my favorite color. Absolutely. Always good to see you, man. D-Wag, Bow, American Composition Company, you too. Composition is greater than detail. Yep, absolutely. Andy Contreras, no worries. You're still new to smoke. That's right. Ever use watercolor pencils? I haven't. I couldn't get the handle of them in Absolutely America. Yeah. I couldn't get the handle of them. And, that's the thing like about Bob Ross. I was talking to my wife once and, Bob, I'm sure had his moments. He was not, he was a human being and he brought a lot of joy to people, but it wasn't like he didn't have his share of difficulties, particularly when he lost his wife. But there was this one moment where it was the most Bob Ross moment I've ever seen, where he was talking and he goes, I'll tell you what, I'm not in charge of very much when I get home. About the only thing I'm allowed to be in charge of is the trash. And I was like, whoa, Bob, that's a little dark for you. And his segue was brilliant. He goes, but it's good to be needed. I was like, oh man, Bob, you made it even nicer with your pivot. Much respect to the man. What a good dude. You got to love that. Yeah. I love doing things for people is, it is very much its own reward. And it's why you'll see me doing a lot of that stuff from time to time. It's like today, for example, my father-in-law, who's, I was just visiting the house before my mother-in-law sold it, but who was very important to me and obviously incredibly important to my wife. He had this pair of glasses that my wife wanted to take from the house because they were not going anywhere else. And they had these two little metal posts coming off of them. They were straight posts for the nose, area. And I'm new to glasses. Sorry, folks. And so they needed a particular kind of little plastic cover that goes straight on. Couldn't find them. Lauren was looking for them everywhere and she just couldn't find them. And so I finally just kept Googling and I found some on eBay to order from Singapore. And she just got them today and got them, got them on the glasses. And she sent me a photo of it and just made her happy to be able to wear her dad's glasses. Those are the things that are the most fun for me to do, for people, because it's just like when I would go and I would visit the high school and I would, meet students who were aspiring artists and you just kind of, you're like, all right, hey, do you want to sketch? Do you want this? And, that stuff, I remember what it meant to me. It means a lot to these kids. And it's the same. I mean, in a way, that's kind of, you practically have that be a part of my campaign, right? My campaign tiers. You want to sketch? It's like, because there's something nice about having a piece of artwork from somebody that, they spent their time on, just like I'm doing with this. That's the real fun of Comicsgate is you spend time with your creators that, make this artwork and who make these shows, because we like hanging out and spending time with the people who share our interests and our passions and our hobbies. I've always said the coolest thing about the fan community is how much we all really care about this stuff, and that it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, the way that we love the stuff and we talk about the details and the ins and outs of this. Like when Gabe and I were talking earlier about Top Gun, and we're just having a great time with the chat. And for those of you guys that are horror fans and correct me on details or things like that, that's the great thing, man. Michael wants that purple drink. Oh, listen, Michael, let me tell you this. Scariest parenting moment by far was when my son, we had the doors under the kitchen, which we had, or under the sink in the kitchen, which we always had locked. We had a childproof lock on it, but they were open once. And, you kind of wonder as a parent, like, do I have to have everything on lockdown? And my son saw a bottle of Glass Plus and he put his hands out and went, blue juice. And we were like, got to keep that locked. Oh, that was terrifying. Let's see here. Where did he lose his wife? At the mall? Yes. Yeah. His wife passed away. I'm trying to remember what her name was because I do know it. Was it Robin? I'm trying to think if her name was Robin. But she passed away shortly before the show ended. And when he was diagnosed with cancer as well. And it was just one of those things where, Bob, not Rob. Rob's okay. Bob Ross, who shares a similar starting name to Rob Arnold, is where he was talking about it, and he goes, when you're going through those tough times, sometimes it's good to have something beautiful like art or painting in your life, when you're waiting for those good times to come back. And he paused for a minute. And he goes, I'm waiting for those good times to come back right now. And I'm like, oh man, no, Bob. Such a good dude. And for me, funny enough, Comicsgate and everything that's been happening with this channel and all the amazing stuff that's been happening has been really a big part of it has been those good times coming back. Those that we love comics and we're ready to see this stuff. Been loving my alcohol markers. Yeah, those are great, right? I had alcohol, the Prismacolors, and then I had the oh gosh, what's the other one? The Copics, and they're great. They're so great. An unexpected gift at an unexpected time. Finding Forrester, absolutely, that's right. CG, creator customer gratitude, absolutely. You use watercolor pencils like okay, and then you lay down the color, add water, smooth them out. Did she follow the gap at the mall? No, she did not. Thank God. Every parent has at least one of those close call moment wake up calls. No, you're absolutely right. It's so true. It's so true. Yes, hail Voyager 47. Great to see you here. Darren, John, I actually really like that movie, but yeah, I'm confused and kind of impressed with that quote. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Yeah, I almost gotten the Fabuloso and Hawaiian Punch mixed up a few times. Yeah, that'll do it. Hail Michael Bancroft. I sometimes think CG should embrace EJN. Okay, I'm missing that one, but I'm going to have to figure that out. I got to figure that one out. That's a rough gig all the way around. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, seriously. Let me see here. There we go. So as you can see, the more I kind of mix the paint up and the more I sort of drop the color in there, the more it kind of like allows the color to take on a life of its own. And for me, at this early process, it's a little bit like the sketching process. When you see the sketches, it's more about, how do I word this? It's not a formula. So what I would say is this, is it's not that I'm thinking this intellectually. It's something I'm learning after the fact, having done this for a while, what it means to me. Not like, oh, after a while of doing this, I finally understand what it means for everybody. For me, I always struggled with figuring out what the sketch process needed to be for me. At first, I thought it was the process where I solved all of my problems and then I just went into the execution phase. And what I realized about, executing a finished piece of artwork was that if I have it too solved, the final process is just dead. It doesn't work. And so there was no room for play. There was no room for energy, and it didn't have that kind of that quality that when someone knows what they're doing after years of doing this, that you want to see. And for me, that sense of play is really important. And so in the last, I don't know how many years, I've been sort of, realizing like how I want to work. And part of it was because when my mentor was very much about really strict, tight sort of layouts, and he could still get that play in there, but he really liked to solve everything in the layouts. And so I sort of adopted that too. But different artists are going to are going to be different. Like, if you look at Todd McFarlane's layouts, he has this crazy, kind of impressionistic layout sensibility. And I always wanted to be able to do it, but I never understood it until now. And if you look at Todd's layouts, you can actually see a lot of where my sensibilities, what I have in common with him is probably the layout pages. That's probably the biggest influence he's had on me. And maybe when I get more detailed, you can see a little bit of what I get from and I'm inspired by Frazetta from. But really that kind of expressive, explosive quality. It's basically, I guess the best way I would put it is, it's like you're throwing yourself into the deep end with what you're doing with your layouts, and then you're just seeing if you can swim. So you push your layouts further, and then you have to, what's the word or the description I heard? There's a contemporary illustrator who said that the most important thing about what he does, even though he's seen as this very conceptual illustrator, was learning how to draw and paint academically accurate. And the way he said it, that was so brilliant, is he goes, your technical skills are like your armor. When you learn really solid technical skills, fundamental technical skills, what they allow you to do is to take even more risks and survive them. And I loved that description. You know, it's one of those things, you know, I look at this stuff and I think, like, that's what I'm doing. Like, I've got this crazy idea for a character. I've got this crazy visual I want to go for. And I know it's not impossible, but I know it's going to push me to the brink of what I can do. And that's why I'm doing it. But it's also, you know, why I have to make sure that I'm fully focused when I do it. And I'm getting better at being able to paint on stream. You know, I know I know people think that painting and talking comes natural to me, and I know my teaching career did help me. But even in my teaching career, it's always been terrifying to do, because you're letting people watch you do it. Like Bob Ross, God bless him, but a lot of people don't know this. Bob Ross did the painting once before he did it, and then he set it up, the one he had done, and worked off of that for reference. So he solved all the problems, and then he kind of like basically was showing you how to paint through what he did. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's a little bit more sane and a little bit more of a relief to know he did that. But it's for me, I've got the layout page, which is sort of where I worked things out. And then you guys are watching me just figure out, there's no color on that layout page. So it's just, I've got to figure it out. And that's the fun of doing this stuff. There we go. And so you can see where I start to already think about where that moon is going to be. Hey, what's up, Perth Comics and Eric Huffles? Great to see you guys. Nolan Lockhart, you know what I mean at Andy Contreras. Sometimes when you're thirsty, it be looking good. There you go. Yeah, that blue juice. Or Tom McFarlane is a graphic designer. Yes, absolutely. Laugh out loud. It's so much Gene Colan. I love Gene Colan so much. Really do. I found a video of him talking about the creation of Blade, and I loved it. And the audio was terrible on it. There was somebody talking behind him because it was at a convention. And I tried to clean it up so I would have it somewhere. And I don't know where the heck I put it. Yeah, the funeral, Darren Wagner. There you go. Darren Wagner, kind of like Sean signing the glass nose pads for Mrs. Jetty when she wasn't expecting it. It's a great movie. Yeah, movie. Yeah, there you go. So I mean, that's a huge part of it for me. Everybody saying hello, hello. Great to see. Hello, Eric Huffles, my favorite dinosaur. There you go. Nolan Lockhart. I mean, it would be fabulous. I work way. So, yep. Hi, Perth. Everybody saying hello. Crack. Gene Colan even made Jughead's Time Police look good. Yeah, those guys, I mean, they were masters of horror comics, and Gene Colan was, I think, the first person to ever draw Blade. One of my favorite characters and one of my favorite heroes. I love the Blade movies. If you want to see two guys geek out, go to my brother from another mother, Michael, my other Michael brother, Michael King, on The Choice Voice, and Google The Choice Voice. And then Blade discussion with Jonathan Jetty. And it's just me and him discussing Blade for a couple hours, I think. And it is absolutely insane and ridiculous. But I'm a big Blade fan. So it is what it is. And Blade is I got to tell you guys, honestly, Blade is an influence on Nosfero, without a doubt. I mean, the way the name came about was... I wanted to use one of those words like Dracula or Nosferatu that you see, and they're part of the horror lexicon, but you almost kind of look at them and go, that's a weird word. If it didn't exist, I wouldn't know to use it, but it's perfect how it works. And I love having the word fury in my characters, not furry, fury. And probably because of watching Blind Fury, being a huge fan of that movie in the 80s, which is so great, such a great flick. And so yeah, that's how we got here. Ooh, new page. Yeah, it's a new page. Everybody's saying hello. Mortal V. Raiden Radio is here. Oh, where's Raiden Radio? There we are, Raiden Radio. Great to see you here, my friend. Dying Days. Yes. Good to see you guys. Ooh, new page indeed. I got Crunchy. Perth Comics is there. Dang days. YouTube's pose with Lego. Mark Polton versus PTP gets so fulfilling. There you go. Eric Shuffles guy. Eric Huffles. I would have just said that. Hey, Gabe. Thank you, man. And thank you for the super chat. Congratulations on monetization, brother. You can be my wingman anytime. Bullshit. You can be mine. That is a very complicated movie, and I think we've delved into the depths of it tonight, my friend. Into the depths of it. It was great stuff. Hail to you, and much love to San Diego. You guys have given us Top Gun, and we love you for it. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. It just jumped again. Eric Huffles. Hello. Everybody's saying hello. Shouldn't it be Nosferatu do better? That's right. That'd be awesome. Oh my gosh. Nosferocotics or something. The Choice Voice featuring Jonathan Jetty. There's the link to it, guys. Timothy Fitzgerald, tip of the hat, and thank you so much, man. I love that icon. Hail, congrats on the milestone, Sean. Cheers. Thank you, Timothy Fitzgerald. You're the man. I appreciate it so much. All you guys, these super chats are crazy. Truth, Justice, and American Way by my brother, Gabe El Taib. Please go check it out. Truth, Justice, American Way, the great David Williams, the great Gabe El Taib, and the great Gary Martin. Amazing guys. I'm proud to be an artist, stand shoulder to shoulder with them in CG. It was disappointing that they couldn't tell how Blade became a daywalker in that movie. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, but again, this is a cool thing, right? That's what we can get away. I call my own terms. That's what we can get away with in comics. You can always be, even though you wouldn't know it from today's comics, you can always be more bold in your storytelling. And Nosfero is going to be bold in its storytelling. All the pages up until now have been practiced. This is the first page. That is right, man. That's how it always is. Truth, Justice, American Way. People showing lots of love for it. Hail, Gabe. The depths of Top Gun. Oh, no. So many inappropriate jokes. There you go. Hail, chat. I'm going to bed now. Absolutely. Get some sleep, brother. Sleep fast. I have a big day drawing beef law tomorrow, and that's what we want you doing, man. That is what we want you doing, guys. Nosfurry. That's right. That's right. That's yeah, that's Nick Rekieta's nightmare scenario, is that comic book. Man, I tell you what, the thing that is so cool about comics, going back to Blade's origin story, and I think that the animated show they did, the anime they did of Blade, which was wild. Like, I could not believe such a thing existed. It's really got some great, character designs and things in it. But they delved into that, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, though, because that was one of the things that I know Michael covered on his channel, and he introduced me to it, was that that Blade's origin story is the kind of origin story that you can do in comics. You can show that stuff in the indie scene, and that comics have gotten so, with everything that's come before, that comics have gotten so timid. I just don't understand. I think about scenes in Cyberfrog Blood Honey or Graveyard Shift, and all of the great books that we have, where there's some pretty intense stuff in there, or the Replicator too, as well. That's the stuff that makes for, what comics can be. And when we start doing things like we've got a committee governing us, then that it doesn't make any sense to me. All right, let's see. Oh God, jeez. Look at all you guys here. But he's saying hello. Yeah, no furry. It's not going to happen. Don't worry. Blade versus Simon Phoenix. I love Simon Phoenix, man. That is a tough call. Don't put me in that situation. Sub to Gabe. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Mortal V or Joke Overload. Oh my gosh, man. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. John Malin, hail. Thank you for blazing the trail, man. Thank you for everything you've done for Comicsgate. I absolutely want to take you up on talking about Nosfero on your channel at some point, but I am absolutely grateful for what your boy and you did to start this whole thing off. I wouldn't be here without Jawbreakers. I wouldn't be here without the stand you made. So thank you for the super chat, man. It means a lot, and I appreciate you. Hello at John Malin. He blames you. Boy, guys, you guys are ahead of me all the time. Need to see the X-Men anime. I heard it's great. I also saw G.I. Joe Storm Shadow versus Snake Eyes. That was fantastic. Hail Coach, people are saying. Yeah, there's some great stuff out there. Get Cyberfrog Art of John Malin with Cyberfrog Blood Honey box. Absolutely. Sub to John. Whoa, it jumped again. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. Sub to John Malin. Yes. There you go. So sub there to the YouTube channel. Nolan Lockhart. Anytime somebody asks if I'm ready, I use my favorite Blade movie quote. I was born ready. That's right. And I'll leave the rest MF. I was like the one. Gosh, there's so many great quotes in that movie. And I'm trying to think of what there's so many of them that I love. Shoot. It'll come to me. I've got a bunch that I like. I mean, of course, are you MFers out of your mind? I love that one. The Wolves is out. That's right. They are absolutely. Back Graveyard Shifts too. DeLorean.com. That was brutal. You got to build a time machine for the great stuff. Think I'm all tapped out for backing books. Just backed yesterday. John Delarose's Overmind. Excellent. And Tales from the Natverse. Backed over 26 projects now. So got to take it easy for a while. It'll be hard. There's so much great stuff out there, but everybody understands it's how it's got to go. Jeremy Burtz with an exclamation point. John Malin, hail all. Thank you, John, for being here again. And whoa, it just jumped again. Creativity by Committee is the biggest fiction ever. It absolutely is. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to do that. I don't know if hold on a second. Let me see if I can do that before it's too late. Hang on. There we go. Let me see here. Add moderator. All right. John Malin is moderated. I've been waiting to do that. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, it is. It is. Absolutely. Jeremy Burtz, thank you for reminding me, and thank you for the first super chat. John Malin, Mortal V, Jeremy Burtz, hello. Timothy Fitzgerald, hail at John Malin. Hail Malin with the wolf. I'll grab your oar anytime, Malin. How's your father? I appreciate the sentiment. But it is what it is. Hail at Mortal V. Michael Bancroft, hail John Malin, indeed. Hello, how's your father? That's great, man. You guys are killing me with the oar talk. John Malin, love your artwork. Also, what happened to Pete Cullen? Haven't seen him since the Wrench Wars, making sure you didn't bury him in your yard. He got burned in a pile of comic books. That's the way it is. Get your Lucent from Michael here while supplies last. eBay, the Lucent Waking Dream. Guys, it's a beautiful book. It is one of the most beautiful books in Comicsgate. You should also watch the Blade anime. Yeah, the Blade anime is great. Can anybody tell me what the anime? I feel like PTP could do it. I know a lot of you guys could. What was the anime scene I saw where Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow fight? It's really beautifully animated. It's great action. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it was a short film. I don't know what it was, but it was really cool. Let's see here. Yeah, Blade anime. I bought that, and I got to watch that. I've seen some of it up to the werewolf part, which of course I love werewolves. The Lucent Painted Death. Jonathan Jetty, you said you would wrench Malin. I did. I got it wrenched. Let's see here. Iron Sights 3 and Impossible Stars 2 by your boy Zach. There you go. Is right there. I just jumped again. Sub to Michael Bancroft. Hail John Malin. 1 ore is greater than 2 ore. All it takes is 1. That's right. If you know what you're doing. Hail, just waiting to fulfill cash grab. I'm just waiting for cash grab to fulfill. Sell cracked by comics right here with you, Andy Contreras. Felicia Day is cute, but still team 1 ore. Never grab another man's ore. That reminds me of unlimited power. Yeah, the greatest line, one of my favorite movies, and I showed it to my wife. I was like, she had never seen it before, is Men at Work with Charlie Tiger Blood Sheen and Emilio Estevez and the great Keith David. And the line where Keith David says, there are several things in this world that are sacred, son. One of them happens to be another man's fries. You will remember that, and you'll live a long and happy life. God, I love that. It's so great. Wrench Wars, hashtag #BTides, says John Malin. Let's see here. Timothy Fitzgerald, Michael Bancroft, hail. Ryan Johnson, I can't wait to see Sean try to read every chat when he gets to 1K watching. We'll see. With great wrench comes great power. That's the way it goes, right? Michael Bancroft at Andrew Contreras. It's a little while off yet, but you're going to know about it. I'm going to make some noise. Absolutely. It's the wrenching. Hail Timothy Fitzgerald. No, Pete can't be dead. He was the chosen one. You were the chosen one. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow fight in pretty much everything G.I. Joe that comes out. You'll have to be more specific. I could describe the shots. It's a side view shot. It's totally done in an anime style. And it's incredibly quick. And it seemed like it was a more adult animated show. Rest in peace, Pete. They say he learned his lesson in the end. There you go. It's like I'm picturing the end scene in the scene in the cornfields in Casino. 1 wrench to rule them all. Oh my gosh! Quick kick defeating Storm Shadow and GI Joe the movie. Yeah, there's some things that can't be reasoned. GI Joe Resolute. That's it. GI Joe Resolute, directed by Joaquin Dos Santos, one of the best American action animation directors out there right now. He's directing Spider-Verse 2 right now, and I actually think I may have met him before. It wasn't like a lot, but yes, G.I. Joe Resolute 2009 had the epic Snake Eyes Storm Shadow fight. Thank you. That's what I was thinking about. I wonder why Zach chose 9 days. Why not 8? Why not 11? Is he playing chicken? Listen, the ways of the Zach are mysterious and beautiful. That's just the way it works. Yeah, Resolute. There we go. So, all right, that's my break for a bit. Now back to this. So when I'm working on this stuff, I'm always thinking about how these various layouts are going to lock together. And the thing for me is when I would watch, there's something about the silhouette profile turning into a panel that I've been in love with ever since I saw Todd McFarlane do it with my favorite Todd McFarlane artwork. I know it's hard to explain because it was not his longest run on any book, but the comics that made me want to be a comic book artist and made me want to draw comics were Todd McFarlane's run on Hulk, particularly issue 340, 341. I did like 342, like it could be a straight run, but I have to be honest, 343 was the one with Hulk and Betty, or Hulk jumping on the cover and Betty with her arms wrapped around his neck. And there was something so great. And Bob Wysick, the guy who inked the cover for Hulk 340 with Wolverine and the Reflection, is the same guy who inked that. And he just did a beautiful job inking Todd. His inks on Todd were great. I prefer Todd's inks on himself, but they both made magic happen on those covers. So who's to say? And I'm just a huge fan of those issues. And that's why I have that giant Todd McFarlane Hulk statue behind me. When I successfully crowdfunded my first art book on Indiegogo, and again, that was inspired by Comicsgate and what happened to your boy Zach and John Malin. Even though no one associates an art book with Comicsgate at the time, it was really important to me. I got really kind of offended by everything that happened, and that's just is what it is. But I never buy big things like that. I can't afford things like that. And I've been looking at it since it was released. It was, only an eBay purchase. But I told my wife to celebrate that kind of independent thing. I wanted to buy that, and have it there. So I'd remember, what got me doing artwork, what inspired me to do artwork. And so those issues are like gold to me, man. Those issues are like gold to me. The foundation of everything I love about comics and that inspired me, where Todd would do these silhouettes, and then it would go into like a backstory and a history sequence. That's what I'm doing here. It comes from those issues. I love this stuff. And I can't tell you, to me, I try to paint artwork where I'm remembering what it felt like to read those issues. And that sense of play. And I have to be honest with you, the next stuff that I really loved, even though I was there for all of it, loved the David Michelini run of Amazing Spider-Man with Todd. Loved his Spider-Man stuff. But when they went and formed Image Comics, I loved all of the things they were trying at Image Comics. The Youngblood first issue that had the trading cards stapled into it. Did it work? It was kind of a pain, to read the book with those in there and to keep, the cover from getting wrinkled. But the thing about it was I loved the idea of having two teams and you had to flip the book and read them. It was crazy. It was such a cool, fun, and playful idea when you were doing it. And I love that sense of play that comics can have. So all that stuff feeds into Nosfero. It's all about all the things I think are great. And I want to make sure everybody has an experience that is like, what it was like to be around all that stuff. Let's see here. Tug had 22,000 in his chat earlier today. Hail, Tug. Absolutely no way to have any interaction. I can't even imagine. The groomsmen kind of ebbs and flows like whitewater rapids. It's true. Hail, Air Couples. Oh my gosh. Stephen Rockwood, another Canadian $5 chat. This is weird. I can't see the layout ash can on this campaign. I knew it was going to be something like that. Yeah, the groomsmen. Hey, John, so many people here. I feel like I'm jumping into a rushing chat river. It does feel that way. Yeah, and Tug was totally that way. I will wield my wrench with honor at Ryan Johnson. Wait, are you wrenched, D-Wag? I don't know if you are. Hold on a second here. D-Wag, are you wrenched? Yes, you are. Okay, just making sure. I suddenly I was like, what the heck just happened? Did I miss that? Okay, let's see here. Dying Days, Stephen Rockwood. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate it. The groomsman kind of ebbs and flows like Whitewater Rapids. Oh my gosh, just jumped again. I'm drowning. Nice linkage, Eric Huffles. There you go. Absolutely no way to have any interaction with on Tug stream. Tug, I'm so happy for Tug, man. Tug's such a good dude. He's been through it and come out the other side better. Timothy Fitzgerald says, I love David Michelini's run on Spider-Man. It was mostly great. Yeah, I just love the relationship between Mary Jane and Peter. It's one of those things that I just don't want to see get wrecked, and it was really annoying that it did. Eric Huffles, happy for Tug, but I doubt I would be brave chatting there. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Or that I would brave chatting there. Yeah, absolutely. It is Whitewater Rapids. Hunt the Littlest Umbrella right there. The link to the Indiegogo is in the chat. And hail Tug. The groomsmen, don't worry, we got you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a wrench. Good. Remember when Tug used to review IDW's financial statements? Those were fun streams. I loved that kind of stuff, man. And yeah, I mean, I'm a nerd. I watched this guy called Valiant Renegade who talks just purely finances and stocks relating to Disney and that kind of stuff. And I dig it, man. Hey, Sumo. Oh my gosh, Sumo Authority. Thank you. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. You're the man. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Hail Shanth and congrats on getting monetized. It's about time. Thank you, Sumo Authority. Thank you for that. It shall go to paint and brushes. I promise you. That's where this goes. Let's see here. Tarks9. Hail the groomsmen. Eric Huffles, John, yeah, didn't bother posting anything. Hail, Sumathor. I can't believe you got mentioned in the Johnny Depp trial. That was surreal. Hail, Tarks9. And yes, hello, Tarks9. All right, guys, got to get back to the grind. Hail, chat. Catch y'all later. Andy, take care and sleep fast or work fast, brother. And have a good rest of the evening or morning, depending on where you are. Hello, Sumo Thori, Perth Comics. I'm glad Tug's turn paid off. I'm serious. I just think Tug knows a lot about being unfairly maligned and harassed, and he made it happen. Tug has sailed over 250K subs. Excellent. Yeah, no, it's great to see. Speaking of IDW, are you familiar with MTM? I'm not actually. Oh, wait, is it More Than Meets the Eye? Is that what that was? Because I think I am, if that's what you're talking about. Did Shanth say I'm a nerd? I'm speechless. Yeah, I am a nerd. It is what it is. Yellow Flash has stacked at least 20K during the trial. Excellent. Yes, hail, Darren Wagner. Yes, good night. Get some sleep, Andy. Or good night, Andy, although we will be putting you to sleep. Multiple times Tug got mentioned. Yeah, Tug was all over that place. I mean, he earned that. Yes, Tug was actually mentioned in the Depp trial. Yes, he was several times. You can find people who clipped it. It is the most surreal thing I've ever seen. I loved watching the clip from Rekieta's show. If you go to Nick Rekieta's channel, you can see it. All of their reactions to it were those of your friends seeing you get, put out there in the spotlight after all those. Listen, it's like tonight. It's like with you guys. All of you guys who've watched me, people who've known me for decades, my wife, my kids, everybody is kind of like, it's a little bit overwhelming, but when whatever it is, the people who really are the most amazing kinds of friends. I remember hearing Jordan Peterson say this is friends help you celebrate your accomplishments. And I thought to myself, that is some of the best advice you could ever get, is that your real friends are, and that the people around you who are really supporting you, really backing your work, want to help you celebrate your accomplishments. They show up to make it happen for you and to say, hey, I'm here to remind you, congratulations. And it's the coolest thing in the world, guys. And I will tell you this, some days I feel like I've been looking for Comicsgate, my entire life, or I should say ever since, I went off to school and, moved away from my local comic shop. And, ever since, all my favorite artists stopped working on books, I was a little bit, I think John said this on another stream that I was on one time, that he follows artists. I do the same thing. I can't read The Rocketeer if Dave Stevens didn't draw it, no matter how great it is. And I couldn't read Spawn after Todd McFarlane left the book. I'm sure there was some great work done, but I just love seeing the artists who create the thing working on it. It's one of those things for me. And while I love the idea of seeing pinups and other great work for Godlike, hopefully Dale Keown, knock on wood, I think John's earned it. I really want to see John Malin draw it. And so when I when I backed Battle Brick Road, I love Kenneth Roquefort's cover. Love it. It is exceptional. But I really wanted to have the Eric Weathers cover because Eric Weathers is the co-creator, or he's the artist and co-writer, I guess, of that book with Zeb. And it's just how I do comics. It's just always how it's been. I would get the alternate covers also, but I really want to have the cover drawn by the artist who creates the book, you know, and that's the big thing. Look at all this stuff, guys. It's crazy in here. There we go. Let's see what I've missed. Screamsman. Gosh, my glasses are falling off. All right, guys, got it back. Grind, blah, blah, chat. Good. It's good to see you, Tug. Yes. Sub to Tug. Right there. Mortal V. It's great to see you in chat. Mortal V, as always. Sumo Thori. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Multiple times Tug got mentioned. Tug was actually mentioned in the depth trial. Yes, he was. It's freaking outstanding. Trust me. Yeah, that's right. It was. All we need now is someone in the courtroom to wear a high comics cage shirt. It's going to happen. It absolutely is going to happen. Yeah. It was utterly well-deserved in Bananas. Yeah, More Than Meets the Eye. I found it to be very boring, really. I haven't seen it yet. I imagine it's tough. The gentleman who I talked about Blade with, Michael King, he's a massive Transformers fan. And that's a lore that I think is really cool and has been done great in the animated show. And I'd love to see that get done right in comics. All the political stuff just wasn't my cup of energon. There you go. I read it for quite a while just because the Transformers super fan. I eventually got to the point where I was buying it, but not even reading it. Yeah, Transformers should be able to be pulled off. It's great. I want to see a John Byrne Cyberfrog story. I bet Ethan could make it happen. I bet he could too. I love the part where the witness asked, "Did you know Adam Walker was talking to an umbrella guy?" And he replies, "No, that sounds like schizophrenia to me." That is absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those lawyers for Amber Heard took their lumps. And I agree with Nick. The problem is they have bad facts they're working with. They're trying to argue, but they've got a terrible client and terrible facts to work with. You never go at Coach. Rest in peace, Andy. May you rest with Pete. I will now smite you with my wrench. Mortal V, yeah. Battle Brick Road, guys. The Battle Brick Road to 100K is on, and it's real. Ryan Johnson, Malin's best. Malin's been stingy on showing anything from Godlike. Can't wait. Or stingy. God, I can't read for anything. He's been stingy on showing anything from Godlike. Can't wait to read it. Same here. The things that I hope are in Godlike. If I can take a moment to talk Godlike here, the things that I really hope are in Godlike are there's a couple things. I love the Travis Charest aspect of it when he was talking about the artwork, but I would love to see some of that early sort of Rob Liefeld quality. It's hard to describe because it is what it is. It's like it's got its own thing. If you know it, you know what it is. You know it when you see it. But I hope there is some of that in there, and the Kirby. I'm excited about the Jack Kirby, Rob Liefeld, Travis Charest thing coming together, because that just to me sounds like one of the coolest pitches ever visually for a book. And I know there's probably going to be other stuff in it, but that's what I'm most excited about. That's the stuff that is really cool. And I know it's going to be great. I really want to see it. Okay, gosh, where was I? Hang on. Coach, Malin's been stingy with Godlike. That's where I was. Fiendish, Chapter 1, Demons. There's a link for Reenie's book, Fiendish. Let's see. Irene said hot tub stream at 50K. We'll see if it happens. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh. Beautiful Cyberfrog card you did for Ethan. Thank you, Tarks9. I appreciate it. I poured myself into that. It was an honor to be asked, and it was really the hardest thing about doing that card was getting past the first sketch, because Ethan basically said to me with the first sketch, he was like, "This is nice, but this reminds me of something I've already done," because it was so tough to think about how else can you do this. And the thing and he was great. The fact that he said that was great. And he said, "I want you to take another run at it." And the next day I worked all day on a sketch, and I really took to heart what he said and said, "I've got to find something." And he's the coolest and most intimidating thing about getting commissioned to do a piece by Ethan is Ethan's like, "I hired you because I want to see what you can do with it." And you're like, "Yeah, but I buy Cyberfrog because I want to see what you do with it." But it was a great piece. I'm really proud of it. There's someone who asked me if they could buy it, and I said, "I'll give it to Ethan if he wants it." And I told him this. I said, before I sell it, I'm going to give him the offer. If he wants it, he can have it, because if he wants it for his archives. If not, if he's like, look, dude, I've got enough stuff cluttering up my house, then I'll sell it. And I had someone ask me about buying it a while back, and I'm going to give them first look at it. So Eric Huffles, let's see here. TF, Transformers super fan would describe me as well. I take you probably also with Fan Toys. They have a Fort Max on the way. Can't wait. Oh my gosh, look at that. Jeez. Groomsman, thank you, brother. Gosh, we go back a ways, don't we? Love you, man. Proud of you. Congrats. Thank you, brother. We go back, man. So far, it's amazing. We go back. The groomsman and I go back to 1994. So we're 2 years shy of 30 years since we met. Ponder that for a minute. It's unbelievable. Dying Days of YouTube. Yeah, I was rolling with laughter with that witness and what he said. Yeah, that guy just took them to school. Like, they were not ready for wittier, quicker people. Clip of Tug getting mentioned right there. The Depp Heard trial, guys, it is absolutely worth a watch. Just killed me. Amber's lawyers are already doing their own reputational damage control by writing a book. You just can't polish a turd. So true. At John, he only weeps for six figures. There you go. Looking forward to seeing Dale Keown's Godlike cover. Have a chance to buy. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think John's buying that. If John, I cannot imagine John Malin not owning that piece. Like, he's got to buy that, man. It is what it is. Like, if I had, I'm trying to think of who I would love to see do a cover for this book, or who I'd love to have art. I think Tim Vigil would be the person, because he's one of my heroes. I'd love to see him do a piece for it. But I've talked to him about pricing. I just got to have the money to do it. But if that's possible, I'd have to own it. I'd have to own the original, because it's the same thing. Yeah. If someone sends Rini a hot tub and she gets 50K, we get a hot tub stream. Exactly. Where are you going to find the hot tub? That's the real issue there. I don't understand hot tub streams for some reason. And maybe this is just me. And I understand the gist of hot tub streams, but I mean, I've seen so many movies where someone is electrocuted in a hot tub. Am I alone in this? That they're either horror movies or murder movies where someone, like, they throw an electrical cable in a hot tub. Is that me? Of course, there's the great hot tub scene in Ski School, which does redeem the others. But is it just me that I've seen that? Only 50K. Let's do it. Dying Days of YouTube. Hail. It's getting hot in here. So let's get in a hot tub. It's going to be even more hot. If Rini can't get in a tub, she should do, it just jumped, what John does and bathe in a horse trout while washing with a rag. You guys always have to get me. What's the stream? Oh my gosh, talking and drawing with shaped. Like, I can't follow up that chat with that. Oh God. Guys, some days it's a long day, and you guys make it so worth it to be doing this. I mean, all of it. It just, you guys kill me, man. I really do enjoy laughing, but I've often said this, like, one of the reasons I married my wife is because there's only a handful of people who can really crack me up. One of them is a friend of mine who I don't want to get his life ruined by mentioning him, but he cracks me up. My brother Nick, Jane Shig, cracks me up. And what do you call it? And my wife cracks me up, like, makes me laugh all the time. And but the chat is freaking amazing. You guys make me laugh more than any single group of people ever have, and I appreciate it. I hear people saying Godlike is better than Starlight Cats and Inglorious Rex combined. They say it's the next big thing. I hear that too. Dying Days of YouTube. Perth Comics followed by the electrocution that occurs when you try to put your trunk down in a hot tub. Exactly. Hello. Everybody's saying hello. Bordeaux, it's 47 inches. That can't be real. Ethan said to Sean, if you were lying dead in the street and you had one painting left in you to sum up your time on Earth, is this what you would paint? Exactly. That's what he said. He said, what is this shit? I always think that, and I know Ethan is a Sinatra fan, the way I like to imagine Ethan being, and I'd like to see him be more of, is Phil Hartman when he would do the Sinatra group and play Frank Sinatra. That I want to see. Stephen 80. I just want to see it, man. The groomsman, 30 years, give me that money back. Yeah, it's not even $1 for every year, man. That's all I'm saying. Personally, I prefer a dirty girl, but at this point, I take. I'm desperate. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I once cracked up my keyboard teacher. And when I say keyboard, I don't mean learn to play the keyboard. I mean like typing teacher back in the day when I was in high school, because I was this little, 70-pound, 80-pound Indian, looking kid. And I was, gosh, I must have been like 12 at that point, maybe 12 or 13. And I was leaving his class and he couldn't believe this came out of my mouth, but I was the same way I always was. He said, all right. He goes, all right, Angetta, you take it easy. And I said, I'll take it any way I can get it. And he just freaking died. It was the context of who it came out of. Dying Days of YouTube, that would be shocking indeed. Oh my gosh, just jumped again. Holy cow. Dying Days of YouTube. Eric Huffles from Bordeaux. It is just bought Cerebro. Is that Cerebros, his head? Bordeaux, did you know that PTP and me are working on a not Transformer? Oh my gosh, I've seen that. And yes, it's awesome. Yes, I see that a lot in movies. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, is it me? Bordeaux, how big is Spike? G.I. Joe Classifieds. Too many hot tub death scenes when we say go touch grass, Sean. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not touching the hot tub, though. I'm going to get electrocuted. Yeah, Fiendish by Rini right there. Mortal V's cracking up. I think we should start posting a steady stream of tongue twisters in the chat. Absolutely. Eric Huffle, Spike is a few. I can't even. Hey, James Hayes. Hey, Sean. Hey, James Hayes. How you doing? Hello to all of you in the chat. Congratulations on being monetized. Thank you, my friend. I look forward to watching you turn that fine smear of paint into a piece of art. I know. That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. Laugh Out Loud Groomsman, James Hayes, everybody saying hello. Maximus, indeed. Sean is much bigger now, 95 pounds. Not even, I look like the guy who ate Sean. Must finished. I'm with you, T-Wag, but don't give up. I know you'll. My God. I think you guys should just make me laugh to death. Eric Holmes, yes. Also look at Howard Dynamo. Yeah. Yeah. There's seriously, guys. There is some great. I gotta take a break now. You guys are gonna put me in the hospital. But there's some really great work in indie stuff being done in CG, and some of that stuff are figures and toys. Even though I know that for John it's the comics, that's the thing it's always about. I mean, he loves comics and I love comics too, but it's he's a true blue believer in the art form. He's ride or die with it. But I will tell you, when I see some of the stuff that people are sculpting and making for Godlike, I know that Ethan and Patrick Thomas Parnell are really inspired by that stuff. I personally, is a fan of that character design, and as a fan of what he's done with the design, I would love to have, a figure or a mini or something cool like that of Godlike, because it's just such a great design. It captures everything I love about Kirby and what I love about John's work in terms of like how he handles tech, and it's just a really nice blend. I love the eye on that character. The eye design is great. And it's really just a great iconic, visual. So I mean, to me, I think it just as a fan of toys and collectibles, it's natural for me to want to see that in 3D. So when I see people doing, 3D sculpts, I like to think it's because, it just inspires that. It lends itself to the character. So who knows? It's just my glasses here. Sorry, guys. Eric Huffles, yes, also look up that. Excellent. Figures, yes. Shanth, it's a Transformers talk. There you go. Good. As long as that's what it is. Hey, Shanth, read this. No, I can't. I can't read that, man. There's no way. It's too late. I can barely read English, man. No, that would end in tears. That would end in tears. For everybody, and probably being demonetized by the time I got to the end of that. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's Oh, Lord. You guys are hilarious, man. Let me see if I can get this to work here. There we go. But yeah, I've actually got 2 of the Johnny Phantasm figures sitting right off there. And interestingly enough, I was able to learn who the amazing artist was on my favorite of the 2 figures package design, which I know everybody in the chat knows. So let's do it. Here we go. This right here is my favorite one, and I love the art on this package. It's got dust on it, like all my artwork. And I love the color scheme on this figure. This is a beautiful, beautiful figure. And I love the art in it. It's so great. You know, it's such great stuff. Let's see here. Nolan Lockhart says, I had a girlfriend once. Actually, she was awesome. I just... No. Yeah, everyone is saying how great Godlike is, and John Malin's the new Jack Kirby. Much better than Shane Davis or whatever his name is. Brutal. It's brutal in here. Oh, I know it is. Art and Times of Jay Ryan. I was waiting for you to take credit for this beautiful artwork you did on here. This is great stuff. And guys, seriously, a great figure, great work. I still do, Eric Huffles, I still have to get the find a way to get some of your minis. That's the thing I definitely want to get, you know, because I love that stuff. But yeah, it's great stuff, man. It's absolutely great stuff. Try Irish wristwatch. Yeah, I'll do my best. Irish wristwatch. Man, this is bad. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, John has Shane's account. That's right. The Art and Times of Jay Ryan is here. He's gonna be. Yeah. Hello, John. Yeah, Johnny Phantasm Extreme 93, guys. The only figure I don't have, and it just happened because they accidentally shipped me the wrong figure, and then they were like, you know, do you want us to just send you the other figure, send you a replacement, and just send it back? And I was like, no, actually, I want to keep it. So the only one I don't have is the Glow in the Dark, which is really cool. It's a tough call. I'm like you guys, you know, I've got my backing, you know, limits in terms of finances, but you know, it's like I said, I just have like all of you guys, I have my running list of campaigns, and when I have the opportunity to back them, and I just kind of keep everything. That's where I really have to keep things organized, because it's no different, honestly. It's no different than when I was a kid and I had to look at what weeks certain comics were coming out through Diamond, and I had to budget. It's the exact same thing. I have a little bit more money now, and frankly, the books are more important to me now because they're a part of this amazing thing, you know, this thing of ours, as we say, Comicsgate. And so that's crazy, you know, like I'm involved in it as a creator, and you know, and that's the thing that makes it so great. But to me, it reminds me of the exact same thing. There were days when you'd go to the comic shop and you'd see something you had to save up for, particularly a back issue. I think it took me, because I didn't get Hulk 340 was already selling for what, to me, I mean, I'd be shocked what it probably was at that time, but was selling for a lot of money for me as a kid back then. And I had to save up for that book. Like, I got all the other issues, which weren't as expensive, but I had to really save up for Hulk 340. I remember when I got it in a Mylar sleeve. You remember those ones they used to have that they didn't have a fold over? You just slid the comic right in the top, and it was like this very serious plastic. I had that and my Punisher limited series run all in those, because those were my favorite comics. And but yeah, I mean, sometimes you'd have to save up for comics. You guys know it. So it's almost like nothing has changed in 40-something years of my life. But it's good stuff. That's what we love. Here we go. Slowly, we're bringing a werewolf to life. That's what we got to do. That's what we're in the business of doing. Raised by the wolves, as they say. Oh my gosh, let me see here. Yeah, the Glow in the Dark is sold out now. There you go. I feel like I should be able to say to him, man, do you have an extra one kicking around? I don't know if that's going to work out for me, though. Yeah, I can imagine it's sold out. It's a beautiful figure because you can really appreciate the sculpt, you know. That's what it is, you know. And yeah, hail Sumo Thorian, hail D-Wag. Hail Bullet Ninja, Hegel Ryan, where are you? Where are you? There we go. Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry, I just got that. A little slow on the uptake right now. Nolan Lockhart, Darren Wagner, author. I'm jealous. I bet she. Gosh, you guys are killing me, man. Oh lordy. Yeah. Let's see here. Jadal Hefner would be proud. The syndicate's first rule of the syndicate is tell everyone you know about it. Second rule of the syndicate is tell everyone. Yeah, it's totally true. Sumathori, when I think of all the $50 to $100 books I couldn't afford as a kid, and I see what they go for now, I get a little. I'm not even. You're absolutely right. You see that stuff, and that's true with everything, man. I mean, the guy whose video that Eric Weathers was showing the other day when we were on CG Team, it was talking about crowdfunded comics. He's like going, yeah, and it's not like, and he was being, sarcastic and, and that was what's so great about it, is he said, I mean, what's the big deal of backing these books? It's not like they're, extremely rare and sure to be limited collector's items. But I mean, if I was the kind of person, who was, when people talk about, oh, do you want, speculators to come into things? And I was going, well, the speculator market in the 90s was sort of ludicrous because it was built around the idea that if you sell a couple million copies of a book, that it's going to be, it's well, and I actually think a lot of those books, by the way, let me be clear, they're not going to be rare now, but all those Superman and Amazing, Action Comics and Amazing Fantasy books, there were a ton of those books too. Just wait and see. As every copy gets thrown in the dollar bin or gets thrown away, a lot of those books, like Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man #1, are going to creep up in value. I guarantee you. Particularly as a generation who gave them away and got rid of them starts wanting to collect those books again and have that part of their youth back. You're seeing that with, the comics grading and everything else, but it's a matter of time. But anyway, these books have print runs in the thousands. There's just, you can't even compare the two. Art Times Jane Ryan, hello. I remember scoffing at $10 for Amazing Spider-Man 300. Yeah, I had that book in a Mylar sleeve too, and I don't have that book anymore. But man, yeah, talk about amazing book. And by the way, that book was a lot of money when Venom became a huge character in the comics. You know what I mean? Now that he's a movie character, that's just, it's insane. And I will tell you this, even though I know Todd was, just trying to do a quick cover on that stuff. That is a great cover. For those of you guys who don't know this, I painted the Nosfero logo on my ball cap, which I just found before I was on the stream with Gabe. And man, this thing has been in the wars. But this is the cap I painted Nosfero on. The first ball cap I ever painted was I painted the Spider-Man in the black suit from Spider-Man 300 on my baseball cap as a kid. And I love that Todd McFarlane drawing. It was great. Yes, everybody's saying hello, 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 which is great to see. Look at all this. Look at all the love here. Maromi's here. Hail, Maromi. Great to see you here. And ahoy to you. Jay Lee, anything under 3,000 print run within 15 years will become rare due to 50% will be destroyed. Yeah, absolutely right. It's absolutely right. Think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, the first printing, which, by the way, Dan Plagle has like 500 copies of. It's insane. He has the first printing. Bordeaux, that's not Shane. That's there you go. Yeah, let's see here. TMNT first print run, less copies than Amazing Fantasy 15. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And it's still a what is that going for now, Maromi? Do you know what anybody in the chat know what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 is going for? I think it's something insane. I remember when it was selling for $100 and that was a big deal. When it was selling for $300 and that was a big deal. It's got to be big. Let's see here. I remember back in the day when comics were at their peak, they were being sold on the Home Shopping Network. Yep, that's true. I won't go through that one, Porto. Hail again, Sumothori, Hail Maromi. 18K. Holy cow. Are you serious? Whoa. Really wish I'd spent that couple $100 on it. Nolan Lockhart. Hello, Arthur. Nolan Lockhart. You've got specific models you got your eye on. I'm actually saving up for one of those. Oh, jeez. You guys are killing me. Oh, no. I didn't even say hi to the Art and Times of Jay Ryan. I just went straight into roasting you about the figure. Crap. Wrong chat. That's right. Yeah, it's the wrong chat, Jaylee. One on eBay, 9. Oh my gosh. 9.8 slabbed, 55K. 3K for low grades, guys. Yeah, that Cyberfrog Chromium cover, just you wait. Because not only is it, and the same thing goes for the first printings of Jawbreakers, I'm telling you, those books that were big for CG are going to be very similar. Here's a question I have for you guys, and maybe you guys could let me know this in the chat. What is, 55K? Think about that, Arthur Line. No time no see. Long time no see. Mighty Geek Studios, Sean, there's a Transformers artist on YouTube. There is. Holy cow. Are they great? Do they do great work? I'd love to see it. And hail to Tarks9. It's like every time I see you guys here, I want to make sure. Can't read slapped. Yeah. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Jeremy Burton again? Thank you for that first super chat, man. I appreciate it. TMNT number 1, CGC 9.8, 55K, 18K raw. Wow. First run of Nosfero. That's right, John. We're going to make it happen. Just look up the box office artist. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Rob started his usual stream. There you go. Yeah, guys, I will tell you this. I'd actually like to know what a first printing of Youngblood number 1 goes for. And I would love to know what Spawn number 1 goes for right now. I know it's not a lot, but I'm just, graded and slabbed. I bet it's more than it was a couple of years ago, which was almost nothing. Let's see here. Hail, Jeremy Birds. It's all good, Sumo Authority. I take it as a hello, and hail, Jeremy Birds. Kicking myself now, giving a few of my friends that book to read. Never got them. Oh, no. Oof, that's rough. I saved up and bought as a deal, very nice copy that would grade at 9 of House of Secrets 92 for $25. Prize of my collection today, Warlock. That's awesome. Yes, and there's the link. Thank you. Speak of the devil, right? Nosfero. Eric Huffle's got Nosfero there. The link for it, guys. Please back the book if you haven't yet. We are cruising along, but we're kind of like at a lull right now because we're almost to 25K. And when we get there, the 2 trading cards get unlocked. Hail Tarks 9, Darren Wagner 18K. I only had 1796 before I sent my super chat. There you go. That's right. You killing me, D-Wag. Oh man. But you see that stuff, and you see that, that kind of work happen. And here's where we're about to take a bit of a crazy left turn here with the coloring. Less than 9.8, maybe $25. There you go. Okay, so less than 9.8, $25. There you have it. I am very curious to see. I'm not even lying. Yeah, same exact model, Darren Wagner. Oh, God, I can't. How to Draw Comics with Dan Lawless. I'm expecting to buy a new car with my Nosfero copy in a few years. Hail, Dan Lawless. Yeah, poor Dan, if I may. Dan got essentially, I believe, assaulted. Oh, 250 at 9.8. There you go. Wow, geez. Wow, Darren's rich high roller in the chat. Dan got attacked by John Malin and I, who were like, dang it, Dan, create a barbarian comic and launch it. Do some great pieces for it and launch it as soon as you can, because we want to back a Dan Lawless barbarian comic. And I don't know if all of you guys are with us on that, but subscribe to his channel. It is great stuff. 250 at 9.8. Wow. Wow, Darren's rich. High roller. D-Wag has a beautiful soul. That's right. D-Wag does have a beautiful soul. Hello, How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless. Youngblood. Holy cow. Youngblood number 1. CGC 9.8. $100. There you go, guys. It's happening. I'm going to tell you this, guys, right now. Okay? Youngblood number. If you're looking for comics to invest in that are going to be the future comics you kick yourself for not getting, go and back those early image books now. It is those early image books, those first image books are going to be worth a fortune. Oh, good. We've got some of our friends in the chat now. That didn't take very long. But yeah, go and back those. All the secret weebs in the chat hiding their reprint. That's right. Yeah, here's Dan Lawless's channel. Guys, go subscribe to it. Let's see here. Where did that jump to? Spawn number 1, 9.8 will always sell. Yes, Darren Wagner. If you've it's only if you've got 1776. Right on. Eric Huffles Bordeaux. Did you see the Devastator Patrick Thomas Parnell streamed about? Is eBay the only place to get that right now? Oh, did they do a new Devastator for Transformers? Hi, John, from How to Draw Comics with Dan Lawless. You know it. You know it. They love us here, guys. Wow, that's a waste of slabs. Like $80. It's like $80 to slab it. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's wild, but I bet you it's going to be worth a lot more than that in the future. John, to the mods, I found something new. Hold the Alt key as you hover over the chat. Oh, interesting. Sumo Thori, the big one by Hasbro, yes, or at a con. Hang on a second. One of these headphones is about to die. Let me see which one it is. This is how I pull it off. I switch between my headphones so I can pay attention to things. I got the first 25 issues of. Oh wow, cool. Yeah, it's crazy that Hasbro, when they do those limited things, they're huge for the fans. They buy them. I got the first 25 issues of Spawn this year. I've got all the Jim Lee Wildcats, all the Sylvester Cyberforce. Let me tell you something, Stephen Rockwood drawing. Those are going to be worth something. Period. Praise be to the porn bots. That's right. You beat me, Sean. Only just. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the stuff, guys. That's the stuff. John, what sorcery? Yeah, that's right. John, what sorcery is this? Yeah, exactly. Burn the witch. John says, interesting, Mortal V. Kick to Wagner. No, I'm telling you guys, this is the this is where the kind of thing I love to do with the color. It's will it be what you see when it gets to the end of this painting? No, but this is the crazy color stuff that you've got to do if you want to get that Frank Frazetta and that Basil Gogos kind of quality in the stuff. I love to wash into my colors, do a glaze over top of these heavy body acrylic washes of green and just sort of mix in green purple. It gives it that underpainting quality of the Italian horror covers, which there's amazing collections of them by a publisher called Carrero Press. And the series is called Sex and Horror, and it's about those Italian horror covers. And a lot of them were done with egg tempera. Some of them were done with acrylic or gouache or casings. I mean, like they used everything, oils. But they have this very particular aesthetic of color that they were just not afraid to just, drop color into their work. And as a result, it just had this kind of haunting quality. Like when you look at the old Hammer horror movies, which are a huge influence on what I'm doing here color-wise, they did all this really great stuff with lighting where they would just hit these really high-key colors, almost, again, like pulp horror covers. I think that's what they were influenced by. And give it this kind of really creepy, eerie quality. And it was how they figured out how to bring, the sort of horror genre out of black and white movies and into color by doing these kind of very high-key, almost disturbingly high-key colors. And while that's not going to be everything I do in this book, obviously, but I do love color, and I want to make sure that the, what I love about Hammer horror and what I love about, the beautiful girls and the great creatures that were in Hammer horror. I also want to get the beautiful lighting in those backgrounds and those sets. That's what's so fun, about all the stuff. Let me see here. Whoa. Let me see here. Let me push my glasses back on my face. I missed a bunch here. Oh, wow. So Solar number 10. Wow. Solar number 10 is $9,700. There you go. So I'm assuming that's the Valiant run there. Let's see here. Hello, Skip Edwards. Hey, John. Still need to buy the Chrome Cyberfrog covers. Big fan of the 90s hologram, absolutely foil chroma covers. Still have, some Prophet and Battle Chasers, etc. Yeah, I loved Prophet. Was it Prophet number 5 where Stephen Platt drew the issue? That's, to me, outside of some of his Moon Knight stuff, his finest hour. I loved that issue. He drew the hell out of that. It was beautiful. If we were showing off, I have Spawn 1 to 100 Perth Comics in near mint. Excellent. Yeah, I love hearing that stuff. I don't buy comics for their monetary value, but for their intrinsic value. Yeah, I love comics. That's why I buy Omnibus. I love to have nice hard cover quality stuff that I can go back and look at because I love the stories. Kick, skip, so he can redraw some more pages. Jay Lee, I have a long box of the first few years of Image Comics books autographed, even the Marvel books they did before that. Oh, you were a man after my own heart, man. I love that stuff. I love those. Those are some of the greatest years, I think, in just in terms of, it wouldn't even be collecting. Those are some of the greatest years of um, fantasy storytelling for me in my life that I have the biggest connections to. You just never knew what was going to happen with these characters because everything was new, with Image. And they were doing all this new stuff with X-Men, whether it was Omega Red, as introduction, or Bishop, who was one of my favorite characters in X-Men. I just thought the tattoo that he had on his face, and the mutant future that he was bringing word of. I mean, that stuff was unbelievably cool for me as a kid. I just dug the hell out of that stuff. Let's see. Hi, Skip Edwards, Perth Comics. Capullo is the only person who could have followed Todd. I'd agree with that. I mean, I prefer Todd McFarlane. I stopped collecting with Todd, but I would also add that if Todd McFarlane thinks that this is the person who should draw Spawn, who am I to argue? But you're right. Absolutely true. Nolan Lockhart, Secret is safe with me. I would say thank to Mo. Stephen Rockwood drawing. Yeah. Whoa, just jumped again. Very happy with Capullo. Yep. I got it. This is the time frame Shanth usually starts saying how much he loves art. Get your bets in now. Man, I love art. Let's see here. I'm sorry, Skip. Do I know you or something? Fair enough, Darren Wagner. I would be that sacrifice for you. Yes, absolutely. Platt was an amazing artist. A shame he didn't do a lot more work. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny too, because, found some cross-gen box autographed. Excellent. So you've got some of Aaron Lopresti stuff, I'd imagine, from cross-gen. And also Bart, right? Bart Sears and Andy Smith. I loved Bishop and Cable. Absolutely did. I loved Bishop and Cable. They had a great dynamic, cool costumes, and just cool characters. Those are the characters that we love. Nolan Lockhart, no worries, brother. Good friends with Jay. Bishop was cool. Jubilee was the first new X-Men I didn't like. Yeah, Jubilee just felt so much like oh my gosh, what's her name? From New Mutants. I can't believe I'm blanking on her name. But yes, you know who I'm talking about. Has chat been hitting the like and sub button? I don't know. Do it. Yes. Do hit that like button, please. Let's move it. Yeah, by the way, Bishop is not black. He's Filipino. There you have it. Yeah. I identified Bishop as cool. It's like all of our characters. I remember when someone was explaining that to me, and yes, I do like to know what the character's history is. But I remember when I found out that Wolverine was like a Canadian character. I knew Alpha Flight was. But I was like, oh, cool. Like, but he's Wolverine. He's the coolest character ever designed. I will say this. Even though I loved the comic Grips, I was a big fan of Tim Mitchell's Grips, which was obviously influenced by Wolverine and all that other stuff. I'm trying to think comic character design wise. I think Wolverine, as he evolved, just became a character that just came into his own, and a character that everybody knows now. There's a lot of great character designs. I liked Storm's design during that period of the X-Men. Those are just all great designs. But it's tough to design really great characters, and you got to give it up, to the Wolverine design. It's just a great design, really great, and it's totally inspired by the Werewolf of London. His haircut, everything. If you have not ever looked up the Werewolf of London, I remember the first time I saw that. It's one of the first big werewolf movies, and it is Wolverine. That is what Wolverine is based on. It's amazing. Yeah, absolutely, yes. To say nothing of Gambit. Yeah, Gambit is great. Great character. Just how cool was Gambit? The costume. People, we used to really, hey, what's up? No. So how cool were the characters then? It's so funny when we talk about comics losing, out its audience in the battle to manga, right? Comics were that in the 90s. You take any one of those characters and you have them drawn by a manga artist and they work perfectly because that's what they were. Wolverine, all of them. The character designs are just so boring. They look like, uniforms. It's crazy. Oh, I managed to get that Jay Lee Youngblood Strike Force gold foil card from Wizard Magazine. Met Jay Lee at a signing and had him sign. I will tell you this. Jay Lee's Cyberfrog cover and covers and posters are beautiful. Oh, Path was Bart Sears. Loved that book. Have all of it. I told Andy this. So my first pro job, they had 2 releases from that company. One had a cover by Bart Sears, one had a cover by Andy Smith. I think they probably worked on both of them. And I was a massive Bart Sears fan. I would love to see Bart Sears do a Comicsgate book. Or at least do like a First Man or something for Andy Smith's story, because I Bart stuff I loved. I backed. I have actually ordered Brutes and Babes. I've got the early issues of Brutes and Babes that they are for sale on the Ominous Press site. I love that stuff, man. Eric Huffles, hello. Everybody's saying hello to no. Yeah, Kitty Pride. There you go. Boom Boom. That's who it is. That's who I was thinking. Boom Boom. You guys got him far behind. Eric Huffles, yo, Jubilee's firework powers are lame. Yeah, he means Boom Boom. Yep, absolutely right. That's who I was thinking. Always a pleasure. Absolutely. Let me move my rear end because I'm falling behind. Pride of the X-Men cartoon taught me Wolverine is Australian. Agreed. I love that cartoon, though. Great animation by the G.I. Joe team. Yeah, hit that like button up front. American Comics Company, always in good company. Thank you so much for being here. The characters that were never meant to be anything, and due to the hate of another character, rolled into a beloved character that was Rogue. You're absolutely right. Rogue is another great character. Absolutely. Became a great character. Appreciate it, brother Darren Wagner. Wizard Magazine was the best in the 90s. Oh, I miss those days. Yeah. Drawing powerful comics with Bart Sears. And of course, when he was signing under the pen name Whitman, when he did all those covers, that stuff was awesome. Yeah. First Man 2 Learning Curve. And I think it's shipping right now. I saw Andy signing all the books the other day. And Andy is a massive fan of Top Gun, which we were talking about. It's great stuff. He should have something for you very soon as well at Nolan Lockhart. There you go. Yeah, I loved comics in the 90s. It was such a pure time for collectors. We loved these books. We wanted to talk to each other about these books. By the way, yeah, okay, hold on a second here. Let me see if I can find this here. Where is it? I got to see if I can find this and have it go well. Let me see here. Let me see. Not here. Where is it? Maybe it's here. Let me see. Oh dear, I can't show him. I'm not having it. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. I'm going to skip over some of these people. Let me see here. Sorry, guys, for the dead air, but it's got to happen. Gosh, I can't find it. I was looking for. Where is this? I can't find it. Sorry, guys. I was looking for the old news stories from Image Comics and them in the 90s. And because whenever I look at those, I see the lines of people there. And there were so many different kinds of people in the lines at these conventions. And it's like people act like, there was a problem with different people buying comics. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I miss a lot of the 80s horror books, Man Thing, Swamp Thing, House of Mystery, and House of Secrets. Nothing done like it today. Well, I'll tell you this. What Aaron Lopresti is trying to do with Junkman, Phil has an amazing idea for a Swamp Thing-like character that I can't talk about that would be so amazingly cool. And I've got to do a painting for it if Phil does it. Phil is a creative powerhouse. He just cranks this stuff out, but I want to do that stuff. I already have my copies of First Man 2. Yeah, absolutely. I can't. Oh, you already got it. You mean you've received it? I haven't got mine yet. I can't wait. I think Professor Blood from Graveyard Shift is one of the best comic designs ever, the best of the 90s with a nod to the past. Right on. No, I'm not going to argue with you there. Be right back, says John. We'll see you in a sec. Bart Sears, Brutes and Babes. Yeah, one of my favorite character designs of all time was a character called Thrasher when they did the Creators Universe trading cards, and then I forget what his name was afterwards. But he had this really cool, like, sort of V-shaped haircut. He had this cool staff with these orbs on either side of it, and then his costume was just gold. It was such a cool character. and I had it on the poster that I got Bart Sears and maybe Andy Smith to sign. I can't remember, way back when. There was a copy of Hero Magazine that came with a VCR tape promoting Image books back in the 90s. I still have that tape. That you've got to get uploaded to YouTube. Got to find a way to get that on there. What grit do you put pastels on? Oh, that's a tough question. I don't really use pastels, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I mean, it's I would not be the person to ask. Good point, Dying Days. Having a character around that's utterly worthless like Jubilee is really useful when it comes to making you look better. That's what, jeez, brutal, Darren. Brutal D-Wag. Oh, yeah, the Art and Times of J. Ryan. I can't wait to see it. I'll immediately make my iPad and iPhone backgrounds. There you go. Eric Cuffles, yes, I have a lot of Comicsgate books. Been around since the first Jawbreakers. So I've been around Comicsgate since, and actually, it's funny. I probably could have backed Jawbreakers, but I just really did not know what was up with it. Like, I just heard of it. So the first books I backed were, the first book I backed was Cyberfrog #1. And then I backed most everything after that. And some of those people are no longer with us. Yes, I have a lot of Comicsgate books, been around since Jawbreakers. Sign up for CG Vacation Swimsuit Special. Absolutely, that's launching this weekend. That's what my painting I've been working on that you guys have seen. It's behind these Nosfero pages right here. The one with the shark and the scuba diver. It's going to be on the campaign page. I was just talking with Phil about it. We were just sending messages back and forth. Yeah, guys, Phil and I and so many other people in CG, we're bringing pulp back, guys. We're bringing back that great artwork that we love from that bygone era. Darren Wagner, Opie, B. Rose, I swear I heard that name before. That's absolutely right. Sarah Rum, absolutely. Back-Rose Comics. Big Tooth or a grit sandpaper, but I've only seen from afar. There you go. Yeah, there you have it. Look at this, guys. Yeah, back all of these books, guys. Back all of these books. So, hey, guys, listen. It is 3:26 in the morning here. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Please go over to Rob's channel and subscribe. He's on his way to 1,002. Go over to Lord Crackhead 33's channel. Listen, I want to say this just to wrap up, guys. I had to stream with you guys tonight because you guys, I cannot tell you how amazed I've been by everything that's happened since I've joined CG. Sometimes it just I can't even process it all. It's just been so fast, so crazy. The friends that I've made here being some of the most valuable things in life to me are the new friends you make and the kindred spirits you get to talk about art and comics and all these things we're passionate about with. And my family and I, my wife, my kids, and myself, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for, taking an interest in Nosfero and continuing to back Nosfero and for subscribing to this channel and watching these videos, guys. I cannot tell you how overwhelmed I am. And to see you guys, super chatting and all that stuff is amazing to me. And I am so grateful for it. I thank God every day for this amazing group of creators and people and fans and people I can talk about, buying comics with, people who buy my comics and buy my friends' comics, and just want to talk about all the stuff we love, guys. It is gold. I will never forget it. And in this particular case, I do believe that we can stay gold, and gold sometimes stays. So thank you guys for being here. Stay gold, Pony Boy. You guys are the best. Thank you for everything. I'm not going to cry. I haven't been stabbed or anything. Oh my gosh. And yeah, it's send the waffle raid over to Rob. Tell him that Sean sent you. And much love. And guys, thank you for being here. What else can I do on a stream where I've been monetized, but do what we always do? Not try and take over the world, Pinky, although that's a little bit about what we're doing here. But I got to tell you guys, I got to play out with how we got here, which is the Crack Pack, always backs. Much love, guys. Seriously, much love. You guys are awesome. And thank you. I'm going to send us out with the greatest, the song that salutes one of the greatest group of people that you could ever have in your back. And we'll be doing more streams and having more fun. I will get that P.O. box set up. Yes, let's go, Bully Rob. Later chat. Hail chat. Congrats again, Sean. Thank you guys so much. I will just be having a smile on my face and grateful to you guys for everything. And yes, absolutely. Peace later. Hail to all you busters. And on that beautiful note, let's do this thing.
Here's a little something for you busters. Yeah.
You're not even learning anything on the street.
Yeah.
You think I'm stupid, son?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say to you, boy?
Yeah.
Do you?
What's up with that?
Look at me, damn it!
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with
You
that?
smoke crack, don't you?
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
Look at me, boy!
Hey to
You
you,
smoke crack, don't you?
don't even smoke crack.
You know what that does to you? Huh? You smoke crack, don't you?
Smoke crack.
Go on and do it expeditiously.
What's up with that?
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells.
Don't even smoke crack.
No guts, huh?
I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.